we have a new vision plan this year, which is curious minds, humble hearts, passion for others. We're creating the next generation of Christ-like leaders. That is our goal. And we're going to talk about that a lot. But for my assemblies this year, what we're going to do is we're going to focus on some awesome stories of Jesus that teach us some of these categories. And we're going to talk about leadership. But this year, the head of school assemblies, this one is going to focus on one of the most famous stories in the Bible called, from Luke 19, Zacchaeus. It's always one of my favorite stories in the Bible for a couple reasons. One, to know about why this is such a cool story is to understand Zacchaeus. Now, what do we know? We already talked about him. He was a wee little man. He was short. Now, the Bible doesn't mention that fact accidentally. It's probably an issue. Because in those days, if you were short, you probably got made fun of. Let's be honest, we find things to make fun of people, whether it's how you look, whether it's how smart you are, whether how talented you are, what you dress. This was probably a thing for Zacchaeus. He was short. And also, short people understand sometimes it's difficult to see. The second thing to know about Zacchaeus is he was a tax collector. Those guys were hated. And the Bible even says he was the chief tax collector, which means he's the boss. So he's even more hated because they took advantage of the people. They took advantage of them. They stole from them. So Zacchaeus was probably not well liked, probably didn't have any friends. Jesus, there's probably thousands of people there. He said, Zacchaeus, I see you. And I think that's important too, because I think there's a lot of people here today that are maybe anxious, nervous, scared, frustrated, excited, not excited. Jesus sees you. Wherever you're at, he notices what's going on in your heart and your mind, whatever that anxiousness is, he sees it. Nobody else might right now, but he does. So you can take some notice in that is he sees you. But what I want to encourage you guys is to see each other. But the first step is to notice people. So I challenge you to notice the good, the bad. If someone has a great day, if someone does something well, you can notice that too. It doesn't just have to be the bad things. We can celebrate good and bad. Jesus noticed Zacchaeus. Leaders notice. The second thing is to be bold. One of the things I love about this story is how Jesus interacted with Zacchaeus. He's like, Zacchaeus, I'm coming over. He didn't ask Zacchaeus. He didn't go, hey, Zacchaeus, think I can come over today and have a meal? He's like, no, we're doing this. I'm coming over. Jesus just walked up and said, we're doing this. And I love that. So what this boldness is about stopping nonsense. It's about stopping bullying. It's about stopping the dumb stuff we do on TikTok and all that jazz. Again, it's the question, what kind of legacy do you guys want to leave and lead with? The third thing is taking a risk. Zacchaeus took a risk that day because I'm sure he wasn't wanted. He's a tax collector and he's short. And I think he had to climb up in a tree because you know what? No one was going to let him do it. No one's going to let him see Jesus. He took a risk because he wanted to see Jesus. He was willing to be made fun of. And I'm sure it wasn't easy for him to do. I'm sure he had a lot of feelings and a lot of anxiousness. I don't know if I want to throw myself in the middle of it, but he did it. And my challenge to you guys is, what risks are you going to take this year? That could be painful. You could get made fun of. You maybe even could lose a friend or two. But isn't it worth taking a risk for Jesus? The fourth one, and I want you to hear me on this one, is you're going to have struggles this year, some of you. Some of you already have them day one. All right? Don't sit in those struggles. Right? I love what Zacchaeus did in this thing. I'm sure he sat at a lot of negative talk. I'm not any good. Everybody hates me. I'm short. You can't control the short thing. You can't stretch out. That's just the thing. And there are some things you just can't control. But the other thing is your struggle doesn't define you. High school can be hard. I'm going to own that. Don't define your struggle in high school. That doesn't define your life for this moment. And when you have those bad moments this year, and they will come, maybe it's loneliness, maybe it's bulliness, that doesn't define your life. Good things are going to come if you continue to trust in Jesus. It may not always be easy, but in the end, he's taking care of it. Jesus won, because that's the good thing that's coming. What are you going to do to see Jesus this year? Zacchaeus climbed a tree, took a risk. Each one of you have to find ways in your own life to find Jesus, to sing Jesus songs, to read, to do all of those things. It's your responsibility to own your own faith. You've got to do whatever it takes to see Jesus. It'd be really great if you did it as a group, as friends. We have lots of things here that we can do. We have Bible studies, we have chapels, we have homeroom devotions, we have after-school stuff. You have stuff as teams, as groups. But ultimately, you have to own your own responsibility of your faith. Do whatever you can to see Jesus. If you need help, ask. There are plenty of people in this room, in these seats, that'll help you. And the way it works sometimes, as I know it's weird, sometimes you just got to ask for it. The other person will be like, I need help too. Or any of these teachers, anyone standing around here is very willing to help you in your faith. Just ask. We will be there. Because that's what we're about. We're a team. So that's our goal this year. Remember the story of Zacchaeus.